Alright, friends. So, we're venturing back into the Indies here. Last time we saw an Indian game, I think it was week 3. And it was pretty fun, so we're going to venture back. Also, I'm rendering another video right now, so if the fans are a little loud, apologize for that. But we got Soulgazer versus Realistic Waters. And Soulgazer's bringing some pretty strong stuff. I know all this stuff is strong. How is Jinx in you? That never made any sense to me because Jinx is like super good. It's like you have fairly fast sleep for lower tiers, a bunch of power, pretty decent move pool. You can run like sub, scarf, you can run a bunch of sets. Focus Sash is really popular. I never understood that. Like, and I know that tiers are like usage based, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you wouldn't use Jinx more? Maybe there's something there that I don't know about. Same thing with Scyther. I think Scyther is very underutilized in RU, but here it is in Inyo, and it's obviously pretty popular. We have a Soul Rock from Realistic Waters. I don't know what else this does besides set up Stealth Rock and then explode in Trick Room, but it's definitely going to be something interesting. But I think that Realistic Waters team is a lot more Scyther weak than Soulgazer's team is. He has Rotom, but Soulgazer has the Skuntank to Pursuit Trap it, and then he also has Rhydon, which unless that Sub-Wisp Rotom can deal with it, so I think Scyther is going to be big for Soulgazer, and I think that'll be able to handle the situation right here, so just go ahead and get it in. And Soulgazer is going to lead right off with Scyther. He's got some Weeboo nicknames, so we'll see what happens here and what the Scyther wants to do. So, Scyther versus Scyther, shoutouts to NU. Realistic Waters is going to go for U-turn right here, wins the speed tie, so that either means that Soulgazer Scyther is bulky, or it's some sort of speed tie. He needs to go straight up for Aerialist, so Soulgazer, his Scyther is most definitely bulky, if he's willing to stay in on the Realistic Waters Scyther. And go for U-turn right there. And as far as I know, Lapras doesn't have any reliable recovery. And switches into an Ice Beam, even better. Jinx also has Dry Skin, so if you wanted to go for a water move, it's even better. So Soulgazer off to a very strong start. Here's Soulgazer, or not Soulgazer, Soul Rock. Yeah, Soulgazer just goes for Psychic, trying to take out the Lapras. Soul Rock is going to switch in though, and no lefty, so Soulgazer, you're going to switch out of there fearing like Scarf or something. Isn't Soul Rock only like base 60? So, I don't know. So, Willow miss, that's unfortunate. And not only that, but we see Soul Rock carrying the Cobra Berry as its item of choice, and Dark Pulse is going to flinch. So, not only did Soulgazer have the advantage in Team Preview, but Soul Rock is going to be rendered useless. Scyther comes in to take Dark Pulse. That's might prompt Skuntank out, but it doesn't. So do we see Fire Blast? Yes, we do. Well, this Scyther is bulky, though, from Realistic Water, so the Soulgazer Scyther must either be super bulky, or it was just a speed tie. Because Scyther took that very well. And it's going to U-turn instead of Roost on the Rhydon. So Realistic Waters gets momentum, and then Lapras probably comes in right here. Or Soul Rock. I guess Realistic Waters wants to get his rocks up, so that's probably a good play. Get rocks up with your Soul Rock. And Soulgazer just goes for Mega Horn. Is Rhydon not the rocker? I don't think anything else gets rocks. I think rocks would have been nice because you can kill Scyther, you can kill Lapras, and then you get Chip on Rotom, so maybe he didn't want to get Willowed and just wanted to go for Mega Horn right there, but I think not going for rocks is extremely peculiar because you literally kill off 2 Mons on Realistic Waters' team, and you just don't lose anything. Maybe not wanting Torterra to have a free switch in and then have that setup happen. But as long as you don't let it SD, which it's not going to be able to SD if you have Mega Horn, then it's not an issue. So I think that's very questionable from Soulgazer, unless there is no rocks on the Rhydon, in which case that's also questionable. But it makes sense at the very least. So now Soulgazer's not looking in a very good spot. These rocks are up. Rocks are going to be annoying. And Samurott basically got lost for no reason because Hydro Pump misses on Hitmonchan. But Roost can come out, but here's Rotom. So and it's Scarfed Rotom. It's not the substitute set, so Skuntank does have access to Defog, so Soulgazer still can get rid of these hazards if he's carrying the right set. But he's going to go to Sceptile right here. It's not Mega, so it doesn't have access to Lightning Rod. And I believe Mega Sceptile is not allowed in this tier, but Sceptile can still resist that and fire off with a powerful attack. Probably Dragon Pulse is his attack of choice, if they carry that. I don't even know if they carry that. So he's going to double out and head out to Skuntank. Not really sure what he's predicting, but Skuntank can Sucker Punch, but he doesn't Sucker Punch in case of Roost. Smart play from Soulgazer, and then U-Turn's not going to do too much. Goes up to Torterra, which is... Ooh, goes up to Torterra on the Defog. Nice play from Realistic Waters. A little ballsy because Fire Blast probably would do quite the chunk if Soulgazer chose to go for that, but Realistic Waters makes a smart play and says, you know what, you're not gonna thingamabob, you're not gonna Fire Blast. Shook a Skuntank. That's also very interesting. I thought he was Expert Belt in the back of my head. Actually, no, because that Fire Blast didn't do enough. So I guess Shook Up makes the most sense. Maybe Black Glasses also would have made sense. But he ends up being Shook Up. Obviously, Jinx can come in. This Jinx is probably Choice Scarf. So Torterra is going to be threatened out. And like I said, Torterra, as long as it doesn't get set up behind a sub or something like that, it's not really going to be a danger, which is why, once again, I don't think that Soulgazer not rocking was the play to make. Or maybe Soulgazer said, well, even if he said that, I'm just going to defog these rocks away, I'm not going to bother wasting a turn setting them up, and let my Rhydon get burned, I still think that getting rocks up and like trading hazards is going to be better for Soulgazer long term, and even then just having the threat of rocks there I think would have been better. Like, I don't think Rhydon getting burned was that valuable, but that's just my opinion. That's all hindsight. But anyway, Sceptile's going to come in as the sack to Torterra. Jinx can come in though. I think Jinx can just click Psychic and do some damage. What health is Scyther at? 29. Yeah, I think Jinx could have just came in and clicked Psychic. Yeah, I'm sure that would have taken out Jinx. Or not Jinx, Scyther. Probably wouldn't have taken out Rotom, and I guess I can understand that play. You don't want Rotom to come in. Rotom could come in anyway. And you still have Rhydon. Maybe you don't want to trick it. If it has Trick, I guess we'll see right now. Might have Will-O-Wisp as a coverage move, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, he just goes for Aerialist. Realistic Water Sack Scyther, oversacking Torterra. Now Torterra is the sack. As EQ predicting the switch. I guess it doesn't really matter into what he just predicted Rotom to switch out. But it's choice locked, so that makes the most sense. Hitmonchan's going to come in though, and Hitmonchan is pretty powerful. Goes for the freeze over going for the more powerful Drain Punch, but I guess it doesn't matter because you're not getting health back at that point. So you might as well just go for it. Let's see. As Realistic Water's going to Ice Punch again, or he does a Drain Punch. He does Drain Punch, and Soulgazer predicts this right. So now he can just fire off an Aerial Ace. The problem is that Rotom is at a point where it can start firing off Shadow Balls because Rhydon is a lot lower. Ooh, that crit's really unfortunate. That might put it into Psychic range. Yeah, this is not looking very good. Yeah, Shadow Ball 2-hit KO on a Rhydon. Switching it in right there, that might be a choke. Mach Punch from Hitmonchan probably takes Jinx out at that range. So, who knows? Soulgazer is going to have to make some plays if he wants to win. So there's Psychic. Realistic Water stays in. I think that's the only play that he can make, and then go to Hitmonchan. I think Soulgazer does win though, because he just stays in. Mach Punch doesn't actually take it out. Wow, Hitmonchan is weak. Like, did Hitmonchan have lefties and not fist plate? That's just really weak. But Soulgazer is able to win. He didn't win how I necessarily thought he would, But at the end of the day, W is a W. Good games to both players. NU is fun to at least spectate. I still don't really like playing NU that much, but it's definitely fun I can't speak. A fun tier to spectate. And Scarf Jinx, pretty powerful. Scyther also pretty powerful. Again, I don't know why either of these things are still in NU and why the RU players aren't using them, but guess it doesn't matter. So hope you guys enjoyed the game, and peace.